that Andrew Tate of multiple rape allegations fame, is starting a political party to pledge to restore Britain to its former glory, to its former values, with the BRUV party. And it is such an obvious grift. You know, I'd like to say that people won't fall for it, that Britain is, we're too sophisticated for that. We are far too intelligent, refined and sophisticated to fall for any of that nonsense. But I think if you've been watching this show for long enough, you will know that my hope for the formerly Great Britain is very much through the floor at this stage. It is absolutely within the realms of possibility that people will fall for this chancer, this sociopath, this alleged rapist. Well, sometimes I think British exceptionalism, like in some ways, it's kind of nice, isn't it? It's like a warped, contorted form of patriotism. You know, like people think that things couldn't happen here, over here in Blighty, because it's just better. Because it's just more sophisticated, right? Things would never happen like that here. This is Britain, old son. It's like that sort of mentality. There's a patriotism to that. But there's also a laziness, isn't there? There's a laziness to, oh, well, that would never happen here. Ergo, I don't have to do a fucking thing. So let's just sit back and let it happen. It's what is definitely going to happen here. You know, there's how many millions of people in the US who never thought that a convicted criminal, a convicted felon, an alleged rapist, a fucking coup artist, not even a con artist, a literal coup artist. They never dreamed in a million years that somebody like that would be not just elected, but re-elected after the fact. And yet, you know, where are we now? Like, I spoke to politically switched on Americans months before the US election. I was like, I've not got a good feeling about this. I don't feel good about this at all. I can see where this is heading. And intelligent, switched-on Americans were telling me, no, it will not happen. I think Trump is going to jail. Like, that was what one guy told me. Another guy told me he just didn't command the same level of grassroots support as he had previously in 2015, 2016. Another guy who is not particularly politically active, he told me, what did he tell me again? He said that we're through the looking glass now. He said, yeah, there was some naivety, some ignorance, desperation before Trump became president in 2016. But he said, now we've seen what he was like as a president. Now we've experienced what that COVID death toll was like, the corruption, the lies, the endless distractions, the culture war, the embarrassing conduct on the world stage, declaring war with Sadiq Khan in London, being mocked by Janey Godley in Scotland. Yes, to some extent you could say, oh, there was no new wars, I think, in that 4-year period. But that's the sort of, maybe that was luck, maybe that was circumstance. In the round, Tate. In the round, if you think about it. Before we were not coming from a place of knowledge. Now we know what he's like, Aid. So I don't think the American people are going to be that stupid twice. And now, we are very much through the looking glass. Now we are at the other side of things, aren't we? And we can conclude safely that the American people and, soon the British people will also prove us this. We are, in Western liberal democracies, actually pretty fucking stupid. So, would I rule it out necessarily that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate couldn't command some sort of electoral support? No, I wouldn't rule that out at all. I mean, all it's taken, if you cast your mind back, 10 years, 15 years, all it's actually taken over that time to get, quote, swivel-eyed loons, racists, bigots, ignorants, Europhiles, homophobes, people who advocate for conversion therapy. Stuff that we thought we'd just sort of swept under the it's done. Nobody would ever be that ignorant and stupid again. This whole like subset of people, all it's taken to get them from the outer edges, the fringe groups of mainstream political parties, right into the center, into the mainstream. Like, can you imagine 15 years ago, somebody like Neanderthal ever being taken seriously to the extent that he might be promoted to deputy chair of the fucking Conservative Party? That would never have happened. All it's taken to get us from this to that over 15 years is an absolute shit ton of Russian money. That is all that it's taken. And there's still more Russian money out there. So, you know, would I rule out that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate could actually be quite politically successful? No, I wouldn't rule it out. All it would take is an absolute gang of cash. You know, get a couple of newspaper editors on side. Amp up their YouTube channel or whatever. Get them a few appearances on Question Time. I think there is an excellent chance that those two could be taken seriously. And do you know what I'm basing that on? I'm basing that on reality, on the last 15 years where people like Neanderthal, people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, people like Nadine Dorries, just this cacophony, this conveyor belt of cunts, endlessly thrown in our face, like, oh, here's another one. Oh, fucking hell. Another one, really? Like, is there some sort of weird, fucked up, like, X Factor pop idol kind of contest where they select them, they whittle them down to the 2 or 3 remaining, like, last most cunty cunts, most embarrassing, most devoid of integrity, and they're like, you're hopeless. You have no integrity whatsoever. Excellence, yeah, this way. Come and join in.